Welcome back to Real Milwaukee. Now, from childcare to college to cell phone bills, parents, you end up paying a lot of money for those kiddos, huh?
And with Mother's Day approaching, what better time to break down the price of a parent's love? Local financial professional Nick Foulks with Drake & Associates here with some advice on cutting down on the biggest costs and really just kind of managing it, right? That's what are you going to do?
Yeah, well, you can stop having kids or never have them. Those are two options.
Those are two, okay.
Right? It's funny. Kids are very expensive. I know because I have 3 of them, and then I have one on the way, and that's the look everybody gives you. They're like, you're really committed to parenting. So, yeah, but I mean, one of these things, we're going to be right back in these in no time. Diapers. Had no idea how expensive diapers really were till you're, deep into it.
Yeah, right?
So it's funny, they did a study, they said, okay, how much does it cost to raise a kid from birth till 17, and they go only to 17 because at 18 you're on your own, right? That's how real life works.
Right.
But anyways,
Sometimes.
it's about $250,000 per child, $233,000 to be exact. Now here's the crazy thing, that doesn't include college.
Oh, really now? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so when you think about that, you have to go, oh my goodness, where's all that money going to? And so you kind of have to plan for, all right, how are we going to manage some of our finances down the road?
So college is one thing, because that, I mean, obviously is very expensive, but from the time they show up, they're just costing us money, right? You mentioned diapers.
Yeah, so diapers is one thing, and then you get into things like extracurriculars, right?
Yeah.
So like I was an AAU player, so Amateur Athletic Union. I got to go to the Nike tournaments, the Adidas tournaments, playing Las Vegas, playing Kentucky Hoop Fest, all of those things. So that was not cheap. So my family having me play in all these top tournaments, until we got sponsored by Adidas, that cost a pretty penny. Now families are paying a lot of money today for their kids to be in these extracurricular activities and to play in these highly competitive leagues. Right. So some of the things you have to think about is, okay, long term, is this a sport that they're going to be truly passionate about? Because if they are, okay, maybe invest money in that direction. But unless you really see them as getting a scholarship to pay back all of this money that you're putting out there, you may want to consider some less costly levels of competition for your kids.
It's important to have that reality check.
Yeah, definitely.
And once they get to be 16, then you have to start thinking about driving, and with that comes car insurance and all that stuff, huh?
All of a sudden you're getting ready, and you're getting ready to hand them the keys. You're like, okay, and you're shaking. I always think it's funny because now, being older, I look and I see somebody driving, and I go, how did that child steal a vehicle? Was nobody watching? But when parents hand their kids the car keys, that insurance can go up about 80% when you add a new young driver. 80% increase to your insurance.
Wow.
So when you think about that, you go, oh my goodness, that's a lot of money, especially if you have multiple kids. So one of the things you could consider is some of the discounts that are available if they have good grades. So if they're on the honor roll, if they're averaging a 3.0, there's all different types of discounts that are available for that. So, you could say something as simple as, hey, no B's, no keys.
Yeah,
that's good.
That makes
and then
sense.
they get in their first fender bender, and then it goes up even more.
Congratulations.
But ask your insurance agent. Make sure to explore those options.
Make sure you explore some of those options.
Okay, and then you were talking about college.
Yeah, so, okay, think about all the expenses that are coming around with college now. So, right here I've got iPad Pro. Because a lot of kids want to be able to take their notes, they want to be able to handwrite, they want to be able to type.
It's almost a necessity now.
It becomes a necessity. So you're thinking about textbooks, you're thinking about college tuition. College is getting more and more expensive every single year. So there's billions of dollars that are out there in scholarships available for kids. And it doesn't have to be because you're a genius, right? Did you know that there's a scholarship for being left-handed?
No.
Yes, there is a scholarship for being left-handed. I am excited. My oldest daughter is a lefty.
This is fantastic. Okay.
So there's all types of scholarships out there. I try to tell my kids, I want you to go into a sport where nobody else plays so that we can really get a scholarship.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, you just have to do the exploring. Make your kids work for that. I personally, I worked 2 jobs as I was going to college to help pay for some of that cost. So some of that is putting the responsibility on your kids to say, all right, maybe I'll help you in the first year, I'll help you in the first 4 years. Anything beyond that is on you.
Yeah.
But you don't want to go digging into your retirement dollars in order to fund your kids' college education.
Yeah, on that note, how do you protect your savings from the parent's perspective? If you have a little nest egg built, you don't want to tap into it.
Yeah, so even if you're starting now, things like 529 plans or EdVest accounts are critical for helping you save towards the future. Rather than letting it be a last minute expense that you have to lump sum out of your 401k, it's all the pre-planning that goes into it and really figuring out what's the cost going to be for people.
Good advice.
Yep, awesome
Four kids. Good
Four
for
kids.
You. Good
Pot
for you.
committed. Minivan.
All right, more information. We've got a link to his site from ours. We'll be right back.